Hey YouTube, it's echobear, and today I want to review an app for you guys that's called Alchademy. Now before I get into talking about this wonderful app, let's get through some of the serious stuff. So Alchademy is an app that's made by Apps, and the first version that I can find of it being released was on October 20th, 2016, so as of when this video is coming out, it's still fairly new. And as far as genre goes, it's, how do I explain it? It's pretty much a creation type app. If you ever played Doodle God or any of those kind of things where you combine two things and it creates another thing, this is really similar to that. But to start with, I also kind of want to thank my friends Nikki, Sin, and Kyle for all kind of suggesting this app to me. Not really. I already had this app downloaded and it was kind of on my back burner for a little while because I wanted to get further into it, even though I've been playing it like a madwoman since it came out. But they were talking about it in our Discord chat and I was like, hey, I'll review this one next, why not? So, love to them. Actually, I'll put links to like their Twitters and YouTube channels in the description so you guys can go check them out because they are all my favorite people in this world and I love them dearly. On to the app, because it's just so much fun. It's just a genuinely good app, and for what you're doing, you wouldn't think that it would be as fun as it is. I want to start by talking about the art style. The art style of this game is super creative. It's a very cartoony style, but it has like all of these different textures, all these different feelings, to the point where the world feels kind of alive in its own little way. You have your little alchemist, which you can either spend money or get gems from to get new alchemists that are randomly generated. Like, I know one of my friends has a cat right now, I have a fox right now. You start out with like, yeah, it's a type of fox. It's a fox with a mask, but you start out with a little default fox and it talks to you, it gives you hints about the game, it tells you about how long it's going to be because the timer is in seconds. But overall, the designs of all these characters are super cute and all of the items that you create are really creative and really cute. It's not like your default creator thing where it's like you mix fire and water and then you get steam. Like, no duh, this throws in a lot more fantasy to it where you have like a cat eye and a voodoo doll and you mix it together and create like a cat monster or something like that. It's super creative in everything that it does. But then we kind of get to a bit of the drawback that comes with this app, and it's the waiting. When you first start it, the timer is really quick and you can get through a bunch really fast, which gets you kind of addicted to it, which is a really good thing. But the timer increases and increases till it's about 30 minutes per mixture. It is definitely a waiting game, but for what it is, it's not like... I have a very distinct issue with waiting games. Because normally when you have to wait for something, it's when you already know what you're going to get, and then you just have to wait to get it, which is a bummer. But with this one, it's a mystery with what you're gonna get, so it keeps you intrigued enough to keep playing, but it also like is motivation enough to be like, if I'm just patient and I can wait, I'll see what it is myself here in a few minutes. So normally I would complain about that mechanic, but the way that this app has done it, it made it really clean and clear and just more motivating rather than like mind-numbingly boring. But there's also the fact that you're creating stuff for each specific type of book, so it doesn't get fully overwhelming when you get a ton of items. So the first book has 46 items in it, followed by the second one, which I'm on right now, which has 53. So the way you unlock these books, you either pay money within the in-game transactions to get crystals to buy these, or just finish all of the reactions in one book to unlock the next one for free. Which honestly, if you have a good method to go about it, it's fairly easy, and I'll tell you about that method in a second. But overall, I would genuinely recommend that do support this developer, like by giving them money. I definitely recommend that because I want to see these guys make more apps. But at the same time, if you really can't afford it or can't stomach doing that, there's a really easy alternative, and it's just going through and getting all of the items. Which the method I use for that is starting with one item, going down the line, mixing everything with that one, next one same, next one same, next one same, And then once I've gone through that, if I've made any new ones, I start back at the beginning and try with the new ones. And it makes getting everything like super easy. I think I got through the first book maybe in 2-3 weeks. And that's also with either using the timers, which you get from coins, which you get from just playing the game in general. You get like an abundance of coins and plenty of chances to watch ads to get coins. So there's plenty of chances to just make a lot of progress in this game that's just really fair. But honestly, for the creativity that this app has, like the ingenuity, the way the mechanics work, the way the currency system works, and then how that's all really fair, I'm gonna give this app a 9 out of 10. The reason being is just because the waiting is always a bummer, and that's always a downside. But otherwise, it is a fantastic game, and I highly recommend you play it. Me and my friends are already playing it or are interested in playing it, so I'll leave the link in the description. Definitely go check it out. Check out my friends who I was talking to about this app because they're all very wonderful as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and comment down below, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!